Hello, everybody, and welcome to. Oh, I'm excited for this. Welcome to the season 2 premiere, episode 1 of the Motley Experience presents SmackTalk. I am your host, co-host, Aristides Marusis. As you can see, I am all geared up for tonight's show. It should be up tonight. I really hope so. Anyways, so this first episode of SmackDown is a little different from what we usually do. Um, it's it's going to be filmed while I'm doing my radio show, The Motley Experience, on WRSU FM 88.7 New Brunswick. If you don't live in New Brunswick, which I wouldn't be surprised, then you just go on to www.wrsu.org, listen live, 4 to 5 p.m. Wednesdays. And that's me. The first half hour is like politics, economics, and all that stuff. And then what you're interested in, at least I'm assuming since you're, watching Smack Talk right now, sports entertainment, professional wrestling, however you want to put it. Same thing, different name, political correctness, and all that jazz. So we're gonna kick it off. Some new segments. We've organized it a little bit more. So we'll start off with Behind the Curtain. Then we'll go to the Raw recap and Smackdown recap. And next week's show, I'm hoping to debut another segment that I talked about on the last episode from last season called Can You Dig It? So that's going to be exciting. So I hope you guys, I know it looks long. It's about 20 minutes long, whatnot. And I do want to say right now, you don't have to watch the whole thing. You can listen to it. You can have it playing on YouTube, have it in the background while you're doing whatever you have to do around the house. As long as I get the views on YouTube, that's all I really care about. And as long as you guys hear what we have to say, that would be great. So, because I realize, we don't have any crazy graphics or anything going on. It's just two guys in a radio station talking about stuff. So I will admit that it can be pretty boring if all you're doing is watching it. But if you're doing something else, if you're on WrestleZone.com, for example, and you're reading through the articles, or you're playing Angry Birds or whatever the new craze is, and you just have us playing in the background while you're doing your chores around the house and whatnot. So yeah, as long as you enjoy it and I get the views I need to make it worth it, because it's not that fun when we go through a lot of work. 'Cause it takes at least, I'd say, an hour and a half for me to edit all of these things, because I try to get it as good as I can with the technology that I am using. So that's really it. It's pretty nice opening, I think. I'm trying to be honest, trying to be real with you guys. This isn't like most wrestling talk shows where you either have two guys in a suit, though there's nothing wrong with that at all, talking about it, or you have some kid in front of his webcam with his headphones and mic on talking into it about what he thinks Raw's about. Now, there's nothing wrong with that either, but we try to take approach in between, so it's still professional, but also a nice casual thing. Just college guys. We're just talking about it. We don't have any experience, obviously, and we don't really know anyone in there in the business per se. But we feel like we're pretty educated. I guess marks. I don't know if that's really the term we want to use, but we like to think we know, as far as fans know. We're pretty smart for fans. So just our opinions on stuff. That's really it. So if you disagree with anything we have to say, if you agree with anything we have to say, comment below on Facebook. Share it with your friends. Comment below on Facebook. Well, if you find it on Facebook, you comment on it. But since it's on YouTube, go to the comments page. Comment about it. Do whatever you want, as long as it's not really negative. We don't want any really bad stuff going on. Try to keep it, PG-13 at least. So no name calling, etc. So please just, watch this, have some fun. We have fun making it. It's a labor of love editing it. And the first season we only had a couple episodes. Hopefully now, since we're filming it during the radio shows, we can get it on a more weekly basis out there to you, more shows out there. We're everywhere now. We're on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, as we were before, but now Motley Experience has expanded to the Motley Experience on WordPress. It's a blog. But really, I don't really have anything on there. That's really my side of it. Most of the articles that we are posting is on Eric's blog called The Fanboy Next Door. At the end of the show, I'll have a bunch of names, so you can just type it right in. Bunch of stuff on that. And the show should be great. I'm really excited of how it turned out, even with the time constraint that we had because Eric had to get going. All right. Right now I'm going to cue the intro. I made an intro. How awesome is that? With some cool music from Saliva. Hope you guys enjoy that and enjoy the show. Everybody, this is going to be the, I guess you could say, season premiere of SmackTalk, the webisode. So we're going to film this for those who either don't know about the radio show or can't tune in for whatever reason, like they're working or something quote unquote more important. I mean, what could really be more important than two college kids voicing their opinions on stuff? I mean, we're the future, for crying out loud. Let's be serious. All right, so this first segment in this pro wrestling show that we're going to be doing is, I like to call it Behind the Curtains. So basically what that is, anything that's going on behind the scenes, things that are brewing, literally what the title is, Behind the Curtains. So nothing that happens in the ring in front of the audience, everything else.
Let's start with the firing of Vince Russo. Let's celebrate, guys.
All right.
I mean, I'm sorry to, take pleasure from someone's firing, and I'm sorry that he lost his job, but I mean, for the sake of TNA, Vince Russo was not the guy to...
He wasn't.
He's not. I mean, he's been with the company since, what, 2006?
Yeah, I think.
And that's when the company was just like, that's when the promotion was just so hard to watch. It was just like after 2006, it was just, it would have good matches periodically, but that's not
the storylines were headed.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah. So I actually read an interesting article on WrestleZone.com by Justin LaBar saying that Vince Russo, he has his creative juices are flowing, but he shouldn't be the head guy in the company. No. The problem that he has is that he can't work with others. He doesn't play well with others, so he wants to be the only guy.
Except Vince McMahon.
Yeah, but he ended up leaving.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean,
he couldn't deal with all. It has to go through all the different levels.
You've heard this millions and millions of times. Vince Russo is actually has a great mind for the business, but he needs Vince McMahon to filter him out. Like together, those two guys could make magic. But the problem is that separately, they kind of go insane in the membrane.
Hello. Oh, I fixed it. Yes. All right, we got this working now. All right. Anyways, sorry. All right, back to what we were talking about before with Vince Russo. There really isn't much to say about Vince Russo. Hopefully, Lagana is now in charge of.
Yeah, Lagana's kind of. I don't want to say weasel his way because I do respect the guy, but he's kind of he's kind of elbowed his way into like the hearts of the fans through social media.
Good for him.
Yeah, I have to congratulate him. But honestly, I don't know what specifically he's done that I would say I liked. So I don't want to jump on any bandwagons, but I will trust. I trust him. But
Change is good. That's at least for
at this point, I'd rather have Lagana than Russo.
Right. All right. Let's see what else do we have here.
Randy Orton is injured.
He is.
Yeah, legit injured. He was replaced. This is going to bleed into like the other segment you wanted to talk about, but he's been replaced by Santino for the Elimination Chamber. But backstage, Randy Orton suffered a concussion from a title headshot, I guess. I think.
Oh, was that when after the show match? Daniel Bryan him in the head.
Yeah, and then Randy Orton got a concussion from that. Concussion.
Really? Yeah. And he placed him with Santino of all the people.
Santino, which I think is leading me to believe that Randy Orton was the guy that they were going to put the belt on. But I guess they're changing plans and they're going to put it on someone else.
That's horrible. Is the concussion really that bad that he can't do anything?
Well, concussions in general you should take seriously. We talked about it one time with Chris Nowinski. I'm so glad someone. Isn't it weird though? Like I read a report that Randy Orton was the guy who was starting to understand concussions, and now he's got a concussion. Yeah. So, yeah.
That sucks. Speaking of injuries, Jesse Sorensen from TNA. Have you heard
that? It was bad. Apparently, he got hit in the back of the head by Zema Ion.
Yeah, and he had a crack in his
but
spine.
He is on the road to recovery, so that's good. And people gave him props. Dixie Carter gave him props. Kurt Angle gave him props, and even Zema Ion felt Zima Ion felt some guilt, and
Well, like wouldn't you too?
yeah,
Like
too.
even though like it comes with the territory and stuff, like to
Yeah, of course,
he was temporarily paralyzed for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Oh, scary stuff. All right, here we go. You ready? The WWE WrestleMania 29 location has been.
No,
revealed.
I don't know this.
Let's see.
What is it?
What is
it? MetLife Stadium, location WrestleMania 29, New York, New Jersey. Yes, we got it.
Yes, WrestleMania's gonna be here next year.
This is better than the Olympics,
This is better than the freaking Super Bowl to me anyway. Sorry. Are we getting the Super Bowl like the year after that?
Yeah, we're getting the Super Bowl. WrestleMania is gonna come to New Jersey before the Super Bowl.
Oh my God!
Holla at your boy.
I just hit the mic. I don't care. I'm excited.
Ballin'.
That's gonna be so awesome.
This is gonna be a lot of fun. My wallet's gonna take a hit though.
Yes, definitely.
And we're gonna have to take classes off because we cannot miss.
Oh, it's in April.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't that all we have?
Almost finals. Almost finals. And
no, it's the first. So it'll be right after midterms.
Yeah, but then we'll also have to take off for like access and stuff.
That's the weekend though.
Yeah, but still, you could use the weekend to study.
Yes. I mean, studying WrestleMania once in a lifetime, whatever. Anyways.
My degree.
So
getting a career, whatever. WrestleMania.
All right, really? Is there anything?
Oh yeah, there's a lot. John, well, more backstage stuff.
Yeah, more backstage stuff. You want to go? Oh, the Undertaker cutting his hair on TV was because he's really bald.
Yeah.
So
which is gonna look kind of funny actually.
WrestleMania.
I'm looking forward to seeing a bald Undertaker.
Like, do you think he's gonna be completely bald? There's gonna be like when he was
I'm imagining an Eric Bischoff thing going on where he's got like jet white hair, but it's shaved, and
I don't
what
think
I'm imagining.
it's gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be white or not.
It's gonna look creepy. He's
a ginger.
He's a ginger?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, he is.
OMG, that's so funny.
I know, right?
I never knew he was a ginger.
All right, so that's it right now for Behind the Curtain. If we have anything else, we'll talk about it next week, or I might, talk about it later on because Eric has to go early. So now we're going to talk about the Raw recap. How did you feel about Raw?
I can give you 3 words in Raw. It was bad.
Yeah.
Even CM Punk fell flat, and that man cannot.
Well, the whole thing was awkward.
That man doesn't know a mic that doesn't like him. Like he should just steal every scene he was in. And what was he talking about? I don't even think we can say it on the air, frankly. But I mean, it was just bad. It wasn't even like clever humor.
It was like I heard it.
It was just like,
really?
Yeah. And like you could one big thing you have to take away from Raw is that you can sense the frustration in the Miz. If we are to believe backstage reports that the Miz has fallen out of the favor of WWE offices, it was apparent that he's frustrated here. He was shooting, kind of shooting, but still in character on the mic.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, like he kept going over and over, and Jerry Lawler kept buzzing him, and he wouldn't stop. And it was unfortunate because he was visibly angry over everything right now, and he left it in the ring, and not in the best way possible. If you watch the match, CM Punk had to carry him so much, and even CM Punk, even that match wasn't that great.
Yeah, I didn't feel any passion from the Miz. It felt like he was just going through the motions.
It's not that. I felt from the Miz was that he was just getting so frustrated he was getting distracted. He was distracted by his frustrations, and it wasn't allowing him to put on the best.
Either way, it was a subpar performance, but I just got he didn't feel like he meant anything that he was doing. That's what I got.
All right, that's what you got. I got the complete opposite. I guess I interpreted it as he's putting everything on the line right now, and it just isn't clicking right now, and I feel so bad for him right now.
Yeah.
I wish during Morrison Miz the tag team, and people were saying John Morrison's going to be the next Shawn Michaels and Miz is going to be the next
Marty Jannetty.
Yeah, Marty Jannetty. I was the complete opposite. I believe Miz had the potential to be better than anyone, and for a while I was kind of right. Morrison's out of the WWE right now. Right. Miz has still got a spot, and it was more apparent in WrestleMania when Miz was the main event. But now it's funny how things can change in over a year.
It is.
Definitely. And I feel so bad for him. And I wish him the best. I wish he can pull himself back up.
Right. Another thing with that weird Archer, I was like, sometimes his rants are entertaining. That was just bad. I was like, again, he needs to shut up.
Again, overall segment bad. Overall Raw.
I was a little impressed by what Kofi had to say. I was by the new attitude that they're giving him, the push that they're planning on giving him.
I stood by Kofi ever since he did the double leg drop in Madison Square Garden and 17,000 people were chanting his name.
They started chanting his name then too.
I don't know why the
do you think let me ask you a question. Do you think by the end of this year,
material?
he'll have.
I want to.
He'll be a world champion.
Do I think
By
there
2013.
have been
Next WrestleMania.
there have been so many people that I thought that like that guy's gonna be championship material. That guy's gonna be the next big thing. And the problem is that something always happens, or they just fall out of favor somehow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was a huge fan of Shelton Benjamin. Like, that guy was actually my hero.
Mm-hmm.
I was crying when he won against Triple H that one night on Raw.
Right.
I never thought it would be possible, but he won, and then he won again and again. And I dreamed of him being the heavyweight champion,
Mm-hmm.
and it never happened.
That's what a lot of people are saying
Same
right
thing
now.
with Bobby Lashley. Even though he won the WWE Championship, still, he was in a match that featured Donald Trump in some capacity.
That is true.
That is
and
big.
Umaga and Vince and everyone was involved.
Yeah,
So.
exactly. That was a big match. But
It was.
again, what happened? He never made
Well,
it.
that's also because I think he would have made it, but he decided to leave. He decided to pursue other interests,
Yeah,
and I think
yeah,
that's what
which is why
killed it.
I just cited it as another example of guys who I invest my time and emotions in,
Right.
and I just don't get.
Well, the thing with Kofi is that I've heard that, and I agree with this, is that he's been kind of put in the role that Shelton Benjamin, John Morrison were in.
Yeah.
Where he's at.
He's so close.
Yeah, he's
But
mid
there's
card.
that something he's missing.
Yeah, something.
Shelton Benjamin was missing mic skills. John Morrison was missing mic skills. Kofi Kingston has okay mic skills. Remember back when he was feuding with Randy Orton and he had the segment with the car? Brilliant segment.
Yeah, and
that
that's
was
why
awesome.
he started talking. Everyone was like, "What's going on?" Because everyone up to them thought he had a Jamaican accent. And
Exactly.
then he decided he was going to let him, so everyone blown away.
Yeah, I'm so glad. Well, first of all, I'm glad that they dropped the
Yeah.
Jamaican accent. But the fact is that guy. It means you put him in the spot. He's kind of like Jeremy Lin. You put him in the spot, and he will shine like nobody's business. But the problem is that they're just so. I don't know why it is with the offices that they're so hesitant to put him in the spotlight. Like,
Maybe
I think
because he doesn't look like a main event guy.
neither does CM Punk. Honestly.
Well, I mean, CM Punk, he has like a special, like he looks different from everybody else. Kofi, like he looks and he kind of sounds similar. He doesn't really pop at you. Like you look at CM Punk, you're like, whoa, what's the deal with this
He doesn't
guy?
come out and grab the mic. Well,
Right.
here's the thing. If Monday is to be believed, this past Monday, if CM Punk isn't saying anything that the insider fans don't know, CM Punk is good, but not great. And I know I just made how many other internet fans poop their pants just now over what I said. What I just said was sacrilege. And don't get me wrong, I love CM Punk. I admire the guy, but his character has been built on people, on guys who rely on the fourth wall to break consistently. And unfortunately, you just cannot do that every single week.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Like, since
So-
he's been very not stale, but relatively.
He needs motivation. His character needs motivation. And before, he had the offices to fight, but now he's the champion. So what else is there to fight? Chris Jericho he's fighting Chris Jericho now, and I'm very excited for this feud. I'm so excited.
Me too. Yeah.
But
The boy.
that was awesome.
That was nice. I was like,
But
oh.
again, where do you go from here? Like I think it's just another example of going too fast, too far, too soon.
All right, and moving on now because we really don't have too
I have
much
2 minutes
time.
left.
2 minutes. All right, really
Any questions?
quickly, the Divas thing with Beth Phoenix and Tamina. It was thrown together
Okay,
last
whatever.
minute. Yeah, exactly.
Move on.
So moving on, and now this is something that I'd like to talk about with the whole John Cena, Zack Ryder, Eve segment. I thought that was pretty captivating. I thought personally it was
I
entertaining.
was laughing when
Really?
Eve kissed John Cena.
You were?
I was like, oh my god, that's how they're gonna do it. Oh, the thing is though, is that I wish John Cena didn't get on the mic later and say, so this is how Kane is gonna make me rise above hate, turning my friends against me, blah 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 blah. No! Don't say it. Don't acknowledge it. Never does the main character ever stop in the middle of the show, middle of whatever TV show they're in, and think, that's exactly what the villain is gonna do. No, they just take it in, and then something happens. I don't know.
Right.
You just don't reference it, and that was bad, and that's what killed it, and that's when my DVR cut off. So I don't know what happened afterwards. But again, I am frustrated with John Cena just for that, acknowledging that's how Kane. Because I think it's brilliant. Kane is going to turn his friends against him, and that's how John Cena gives into the hate, and that's how John Cena, gets ready for his match at WrestleMania, because
Right.
then he'll be pumped against John Cena, against The Rock, excuse me. But, again, he acknowledged it on camera, and I'm like, no, don't! But I've already said enough.
Right. So, anyways, I thought it was really great the way they did it, and the crowd reaction when Eve told Ryder that she only wanted to be friends. Did you hear that? Everyone's like, everyone like boo.
Shades of Ring of Honor for me.
Yeah.
I can't say it on air, but back in Ring of Honor, whenever a female would do something bad,
Uh-huh.
we would always chant "she's
Yeah,
and insert the blanks there.
Yeah.
And I was doing that to my television. I was doing that on Monday Night Raw when Eve kissed John Cena, and then Eve was like, "No, Zach, we're just friends." I was chanting,
Yeah, it was like,
"She's
and then when she came out later to check on Ryder after he took that bump off.
I didn't see
You
that.
did that?
Again, like I said, my DVR cut off
Well,
when.
did you know
Zack
what
Ryder.
happened at least?
I actually didn't read.
Oh, you want me to tell you?
All
now?
I know is
You
that
want me to
all I know is that Zack Ryder was thrown off.
Yeah, he was pushed off the stage in the wheelchair, and they had a padding there, but it blended in really well. So he kind of bounced off the padding in the wheelchair, and like it looked bad. It looked like he could have really gotten hurt.
And not to mention he's wearing all that equipment, so
Yeah.
so it is a problem.
And then, but before that though, he came out to confront. He stopped. He stopped the wheelchair at the top of the ramp, walked the rest of the way to the ring, got in with Cena. Like I thought he could have done. Zack Ryder could have done a little more in the ring with Cena, like in terms of what he said, because I feel like he lacks that. Like he can be good on the mic, but I feel like he just when he's out there he can't think of things to say. He can't do it.
The problem with Zack Ryder is that he doesn't know how to dictate. He has awful diction.
Like he was up there and he was like, are you serious? You're gonna do this?
He talks in the same tone of voice that doesn't make it captivating. Kind of just like John Cena, he will always rise his tone until he's screaming at something. That's not captivating material. That isn't interesting.
Yeah. Anyways, so he was talking to Cena and like he was going back and forth and everything, and I thought he would have grabbed the mic and said, oh, you wanna, you wanna just like hit me right now while I'm down too, like what else can he do to me? And then like what he did do is he slapped Cena in the face. Cena took his shirt off, everyone's going, oh, stuff's about to go down now. And then
They started making out.
Yeah, and then Ryder started talking to him a little more, and then Zack Ryder went to him again. Cena blocked it, was about to go hit Ryder again, but then he stopped halfway and he just stopped, and then Ryder just like broke out, and then like he fell down. Cena went to help him up. He's like, "Don't help me, just get away from me." Went to the top of the ramp. That's when Kane came out and pushed him off.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's basically what happened.
Okay. Bad Raw. SmackDown, didn't see it. I gotta go.
All right, man. Well,
I will let Ari take over and talk about other things.
All right.
This is his show.
Yes. All right.
Later, guys.
See you. All right. Thanks for coming, Eric. Anyways, so that happened on Raw. SmackDown. I don't really know what happened on SmackDown. This past SmackDown is what set up for the match with Big Show versus Orton, which ended up.
Which is not going to happen anymore.
Yeah, I'm really upset with that.
Well, Big Show and Orton this Monday. I don't know what
I don't know
what I'm saying. Excuse me.
All right. Anyways, so that's really it for the Raw recap for SmackDown. SmackDown is usually a pretty steady show. Nothing too exceptionally great. Even though I did really enjoy the end when Orton and Big Show confronted each other. I feel like those two have some great chemistry together, even though there is a botched move in the match. But what are you going to do? That kind of stuff happens. Orton went for the RKO. I don't know whether or not they were supposed to do it because Big Show dropped for it. Anyways. So really, what else is there to talk about? We went over Behind the Ropes. Talked about the Raw recap. SmackDown we briefly went over. Daniel Bryan's a really entertaining heel. When he comes out, he's screaming yes all the time. I find that extremely entertaining. What else is there really? I'm looking forward to Elimination Chamber this Sunday. I'm not going to be able to watch it though, sadly, unless I pay another $40. Not willing to do that. I'm going to have to take off work and do homework. Fun life for me. That's what I do on my weekends. I do homework and work. So Elimination Chamber now with Mark Henry being replaced by Great Khali and Orton being replaced by Santino. It's not looking up that the SmackDown Chamber is going to be too entertaining. Too serious at least. I can't see anyone but Daniel Bryan coming out, the World Heavyweight Champion. Sheamus hasn't really decided yet. It looked like Sheamus and Big Show, they were excited about possibly having a match together. There are a lot of rumors about possibly a triple threat match at Mania for the World Heavyweight Championship. I can see how that would be a good idea because Daniel Bryan right now doesn't really have the star power to have a one-on-one match. Whereas, with the WWE Championship, CM Punk, Jericho, that's all I really need. That's all you need to say. It can sell itself from there. But Daniel Bryan, Daniel Bryan and Sheamus is not too believable. Sheamus, this powerhouse has been on a complete and utter roll lately. You need to throw a third person in there. And from the looks of it right now, I can't be 100% positive as who it's going to be. So we have 6 minutes left. I feel like we covered a lot of ground today, different topics, different subjects. So tune in next week. I'm going to play for 2 songs for you now, and then I'm going to head out, go home, do, guess what, some more homework. Awesome stuff. Try to upload this video that I got here for the first ever edition of SmackTalk, or first episode of this quote-unquote season right now. So we're going to do that. And yeah, go to Motley Experience on Facebook. Check it out. Motley Experience on WordPress. Fanboy, the Fanboy next door on WordPress. It's Eric's blog. There's a lot of entertaining stuff. It's not just nerdy or pop culture stuff. Really nice range of topics. You definitely find at least one thing that you're interested in on there. Follow me on Twitter. Like me on Facebook. All that jazz. I'm going to leave you off now with some songs. Hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you found it entertaining. Have a safe week, everybody.